Have you ever wondered about the hidden power of your own imagination? What if I told you that unlocking the secrets of your fantasy world could lead to a profound transformation of your life? Today, we're diving deep into the mystical and often misunderstood realm of Carl Jung's views on fantasy and imagination, and how they hold the key to unlocking a hidden power within us all. Picture this: a young boy, lost and alone, stumbles upon an old man in the woods. The boy is at a crossroads, having run away from a life filled with hardship. The old man, with his weathered wisdom, tells the boy that he must seek a new fortune in the world, for there is no turning back. This isn't just a story, it's a metaphor for the journey of the human psyche, a journey that Jung believed we all must take. Jung's exploration into the depths of the human mind led him to a process he called active imagination. In the winter of 1913, he embarked on a journey of self-experimentation, allowing his fantasies to roam free and documenting the results. This wasn't a descent into madness, but rather a deliberate exploration of the unconscious mind. Jung believed that by engaging with these inner fantasies, we could tap into a wellspring of creativity and insight. But why should we care about the fantasies of a Swiss psychiatrist from the early 20th century? Because, as Jung discovered, these fantasies often hold the key to understanding not just ourselves, but the world around us. During World War I, Jung realized that some of his fantasies were precognitions of the events to come. This led him to draft Liber Novus, a manuscript that attempted to derive psychological principles from these visions. Jung's work in Liber Novus wasn't just about personal insight. It was about overcoming the spiritual alienation of his time. He sought to develop a new worldview, a psychological and theological cosmology that could guide humanity through the tumultuous changes of the modern world. In essence, Jung was attempting to bridge the gap between the conscious and unconscious mind, to create a dialogue between the two that could lead to a more integrated self. Now you might be thinking, this sounds a bit out there. How does this relate to me? Well, consider this: Jung's concept of the trickster archetype. The trickster is a figure that embodies both the divine and the animalistic, the conscious and the unconscious. It's a reminder that within each of us lies a shadow, a part of ourselves that we often deny or ignore. Yet, it's this very shadow that holds the potential for transformation. In our modern world, we often dismiss the power of myth and fantasy as mere superstition. But Jung argued that these stories have a therapeutic effect, holding a mirror to our own unconscious minds. They remind us of our origins, of the primal forces that still shape our thoughts and actions. In fact, Jung believed that the history of civilization is an account of humanity's attempts to forget its transformation from animal to human. This refusal to forget, this stubborn clinging to myth, is not an accident. It's a vital part of our psyche. Imagine for a moment that you're standing at a fork in the road, much like the young boy in the story. One path leads back to the safety of the known, while the other ventures into the unknown, into the realm of imagination and fantasy. Which path would you choose? Jung would argue that the path of imagination is where true growth occurs. It's where we confront our inner demons, our tricksters, and emerge transformed. Jung's exploration of fantasy wasn't just an intellectual exercise, it was a deeply personal journey. He believed that by engaging with our fantasies, we could regain our souls, overcome spiritual alienation, and ultimately discover a new image of God within ourselves. This wasn't about abandoning reason or science, but about integrating them with the rich tapestry of the unconscious mind. Consider the story of the young swineherd who climbs the giant world tree to rescue the princess, his anima, from the clutches of an evil spirit. This tale, like many others, symbolizes the ascent of consciousness, the journey from the animalistic to the divine. It's a reminder that while we may achieve great heights, our souls can still be trapped, bewitched by the darker aspects of our nature. In today's fast-paced, technology-driven world, it's easy to lose sight of the power of imagination. We often prioritize logic and reason, dismissing the fantastical as mere child's play. But Jung's work reminds us that imagination is not just a frivolous escape, it's a vital tool for understanding ourselves and the world around us. So, how can we unlock the hidden power of our imagination? Jung suggests that we start by engaging in active imagination, by allowing ourselves to explore our fantasies without judgment. This process can be as simple as having a dialogue with our inner selves, asking questions and listening to the answers that emerge from the depths of our psyche. But be warned, this journey is not for the faint of heart. It requires courage to confront the trickster within, to face the parts of ourselves that we may prefer to ignore. Yet it's through this confrontation that we can achieve true transformation, that we can integrate the conscious and unconscious parts of ourselves into a harmonious whole. In conclusion, Jung's exploration of fantasy and imagination offers us a roadmap for personal growth and transformation. It's a call to embrace the unknown, to venture into the depths of our own minds, and emerge with a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world. So, the next time you find yourself daydreaming, remember, you might just be unlocking the secret power of your own imagination. As you stand at the precipice of this inner journey, consider the transformative power of myths and symbols in shaping not just individual lives, but the collective psyche of humanity. Jung believed that within the depths of our unconscious lies the archetypal language of dreams, a language that resonates with the collective experiences of our ancestors. These archetypes, such as the hero, the mother, the wise old man, and the shadow, are universal symbols that transcend cultural and temporal boundaries. They serve as guides, helping us navigate the complexities of life by providing a framework for understanding our experiences. Imagine, for instance, the hero's journey. This is not merely a tale of sword and sorcery, but a metaphor for personal transformation. The hero ventures into the unknown, faces trials and tribulations, and emerges transformed, with newfound wisdom. This archetype resonates with our deepest desires for growth, for overcoming adversity, and for discovering our true potential. It is a reminder that within each of us lies the capacity for greatness, waiting to be unlocked through the alchemy of imagination and courage. In the same vein, the shadow represents the parts of ourselves that we hide, repress, or deny. It is the repository of our darkest fears, desires, and impulses. Yet, Jung taught that by acknowledging and integrating our shadow, we can achieve a more balanced and authentic self. This process of integration is akin to the alchemical transformation of lead into gold, a metaphor for the spiritual and psychological evolution that leads to enlightenment. But how do we begin this journey of self-discovery and integration? Jung proposed a method he called individuation, the process of becoming who we truly are by reconciling the conscious and unconscious parts of our psyche. This process requires introspection, courage, and a willingness to confront the unknown. It involves dialogues with the unconscious through dreams, fantasies, and creative expression, allowing us to uncover the hidden aspects of ourselves and bring them into the light of consciousness. In practical terms, this might involve keeping a dream journal, engaging in creative activities such as writing, painting, or music, or even meditative practices that quiet the mind and allow the unconscious to speak. By immersing ourselves in these activities, we open a channel to the deeper parts of our psyche, allowing the unconscious to communicate its wisdom through symbols and stories. As you embark on this journey of imagination and self-discovery, remember that you are not alone. The archetypal figures that populate your dreams and fantasies are companions on this path, offering guidance, insight, and support. They are the echoes of ancient wisdom, whispering through the corridors of time, urging you to remember your connection to the greater tapestry of life. In this age of rapid technological advancement and materialism, it is easy to become disconnected from the deeper currents of the soul. Yet by embracing the power of imagination and the wisdom of the unconscious, we can reforge our connection to the essence of what it means to be human. we can rediscover the sense of wonder and mystery that lies at the heart of existence, and in doing so, find our place within the grand narrative of the cosmos. So, as you stand at the crossroads of imagination and reality, take a step forward into the unknown. Embrace the journey of self-discovery with an open heart and a curious mind. Allow the power of your imagination to guide you, and trust that within its depths lies the key to unlocking the hidden potential of your soul. Remember, the journey itself is as important as the destination, and each step along the way brings you closer to the realization of your true self.